Hello students, so today's goal is to do polynomial word problems. And this is one of the most applicable lessons because you can see how polynomials can represent real life situations. So you can see how math is used in the everyday world. Okay, so to get into that, just a little bit of notes for before we get started. So with word problems, the first thing you need to do is decide if the problem involves addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division of your polynomials. Sometimes the polynomials will just be given, and then you have to decide, oh, do I add or subtract, divide or multiply, just like we've done in previous lessons. And if they're not given, you'll have to use a basic formula. A lot of the formulas that you learned back in geometry and algebra 1, such as area of a triangle, of a rectangle, and remember that if we ask for perimeter, perimeter is add all the sides. And note that I put here length times width. That's specifically for a rectangle. But we could do an area of a triangle too, or the area of a rhombus, or any geometrical figure. And you're just going to use those geometry formulas. And in your homework, you'll have to expand this to volume. So volume, let's say for a cube, you have one of the sides cubed. So we're going to explore that in some homework problems. Okay, the first word problem. So if we look at this, from 1991 through 1998, the number of commercial, and we're assigning a variable for this, commercial C, and educational E, internet websites, can be modeled by the following equation, where T is the number of years since 1991. So if you have a bunch of data, you can come up with and map that data and see that it follows this relationship. So what we're looking for is find a model. So find a polynomial for the total number of commercial and educational sites. Okay, so for the total number, let's just come up with the variable and make that t. So if we wanted to find t, well, what operation am I going to use? The total. Well, if this is the number of commercial, this is the number of educational, the total is equal to C plus E. So this is an addition. So if I came over here, I could just add these and say T is equal to, and let's just go through and add my like terms. So I have my T squared, and 9 plus 1, 0, that's 10. So this gives me 12, carry the 1, 4.0. So that's my T squared. And then I have minus, and we can do this again. 6 and 0 is 6. 3 and 2 is 5. 1.1 T. And this is getting a little messy, so let's just show what the answer is. And this is our answer. This is our total right here. So we have our total. And all I did was I added these up. So just a very simple addition of polynomials. Okay, so I'd like for you to pause the video right here and quickly run through and find out what the answer is to this. See if you can figure out this word problem involving polynomials. And we're on to the third word problem. So this word problem says a triangle has 3 sides with length 1 of 8x plus 6. So we can call this L1. Length 2, call that length 2, of 5x minus 5. And length 3 of negative 6x plus 12. So what's the perimeter? How do I find perimeter? So if I have a triangle, and it doesn't tell me what type of triangle it is, so it could be any type, so I'm just gonna put a triangle, almost equilateral, but these won't be equilateral because they have different sides. Um, so let's actually draw a triangle that's not very equilateral. Alright, so we're saying that this is the side that's negative 6x plus 12. This side is 8x plus 6, my biggest side. And my smallest side, or I mean my bottom side, 5x minus 5. Okay, perimeter. Perimeter, if you remember back, it's add all the sides. So if I want to find out perimeter, I need to add L1 plus L2 plus L3. So again, all we're doing is adding here. So that's 8x plus 6 plus 5x minus 5 plus a negative 6x plus 12. And if I combine like terms, 8 and 5 is 13, and 13, or 13x, and 13x minus 6 is a 7x. 6 and negative 5 is 1, and 1 plus 12 is plus 13. So, you can't see that very well, but this is my answer, 7x plus 13. Okay, let's go to the next one. So this problem, the dimensions of a window. Okay, so we're given these dimensions. What is the area? Well, you have to think of a window. From my common knowledge, what kind of shape is a window? I'm going to assume that this window is a rectangle. So I'm going to assume it's a rectangle, and we'll put 3x plus 10 here, 2x plus 6 here, and if I'm going to find the area is multiplication. So my area is 3x plus 10 times 2x plus 6, and now I just distribute. So 3x times 2x, 6x squared, 3x times 6, positive 18x, 10 times 2x is 20x, and 10 times 6 is plus 60. And combine my like terms, and I have plus 38x plus 60. So this is the total area. Okay, word problem 5. Find the area of the figure below. Now this one is very visual, so we're using our geometry skills. And same thing though. If this is 4, and this is x, well this whole side then becomes 4 plus x, or I'm going to write it x plus 4. And up here we have this whole side. Well, we're given that that thing is 15. Oops. We're given that this side is 15 and this is x. So this whole thing is 15 plus x, or x plus 15. Now if I want to find the entire area, what I'm going to get is, let's do it up here, x plus 4 times x plus 15. Let's distribute this out. So x times x is x squared. X times 15 is plus 15x. 4 times x is plus 4x. And 4 times 15, well 2 times 15 is 30. 30 times 2 is 60. So I have that 60 there. Now I just combine these and I get x squared plus 19x plus 60. Now let's take a look at this, because I like this problem because it's very visual. Well, let's look at I have an x squared here. Well, here's an x squared. If this side is x, let's approximate what x squared looks like. So we say this is x squared. We know this is 60. And if this is x and this is 15, we know that we have this right here is 15x. And you can see that we have, oh, we need 4 more x's. If this is 15x, well, there's approximately, this would have to be 4x over here distributed, because this whole thing has to equal to this. So the whole area is equal to that. And that's our answer. Alright, so again, I'd like for you to pause the video here, and I'd like for you guys to try this one. So pause the video. The answer is going to flash up so you can check your work. But don't be too cool for school. Pause the video and see if you get the correct answer when it flashes up. And I can check that off in your notes. Okay, I hope you paused it, and this is the answer. So when you come up, you get 2x squared plus 14x plus 24. And again, this is easy to see. The area is 24. This is 8x. This side is 2x. Well, let's approximate. It comes down to here. Here's my 2x squared. So we know this leftover part, if that's 8x, well, this must be 6x here.